I say remix.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to United View. Hope everyone is doing very well, and here we go. It's time. England versus Senegal in the last 16 of the FIFA World Cup 2022 in Qatar, and it's knockout football. It's pressure time. Pressure moments, pressure time. We know whoever wins this match will go on to the World Cup quarterfinals and face off against the reigning world champions themselves, France, after France defeated Poland 3-0, and they will face Kylian Mbappe. But you can't look too far forward. You can't look too far forward into the future because England have to get this job done tonight, this evening. And it's going to be a tough one. We're going up against AFCON champions. We're going up against Senegal. A Senegal without Sadio Mane, but still a tough Senegal test nonetheless. So going to be a big one. Of course, we are in store for extra time and penalties if it goes that far this evening. Hopefully it doesn't. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself if that is the case, but I'll be with you throughout the entirety of this evening. So be sure to smash a like on the like button, folks. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Remember, if you want to join the UV Members Club, you can do so. Links in the video description. It's also the pinned comment in the live chat. You get your badges, your emojis, your exclusive members only content, such as the back catalogue to UV Raw, a behind the scenes look at all things going on behind the scenes at United View. But before we get into today's match for you as well, this stream is brought to you, as always, by Fresh Ego Kid. Fresh Ego FC will be, for the third year, facilitating their annual Community Giveback for Campaign for Change to provide an essential hamper and gifts to families from low-income, vulnerable and at-risk families. This year, Fresh Ego FC is partnering with Anthony Joshua's charity, Clean Herts Community. This year, especially with global inflation and fuel poverty, those families, along with other families, will struggle to provide the basics this Christmas and holiday period. Last year, through donations, Fresh Ego FC was able to give back to 120 families. This year, they expect to be supporting more than 350 families, so it's a well-worthy cause. And for a bit more information on this fantastic cause, here once again is Anthony Joshua with a message.
People, I hope you're good. So the festive period is fast approaching, and what I've come to realise is that a lot of people are actually unsure on how to kind of connect with communities and give back. So what I've done is my organisation has teamed up with another organisation to do some projects where we're going to be doing community work and spending time in communities and doing some give back projects, right? So we want to raise some funds, we want to get some items because it's going to be rolled out across the whole year as well. This ain't just a one-stop shop. So if you want to get involved, follow the link, follow the Instagram page, the social pages for more info, and your help will be appreciated. We'll be there, I'll be there. It'll be a big community day. Don't worry about that, Leaf. And yeah, we appreciate your support fully, yeah? God bless, be safe, and I'll catch up with you all soon.
Words from Anthony Joshua himself. If you do want to get involved, as always, the link's in the video description for a link to the Just Giving page if you wish to donate, or if you want to find out more information, or if you want to get in contact to support this fantastic cause. All the information is in the video description below. That's how you get involved. So be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Let's get into some team news for England. And the team news that was really breaking as I was last live for the France versus Poland game is accurate, because Marcus Rashford does not start for England this evening. Actually, you know what I hate? I hate when they put the team news out there, but they do it in numerical order, so you have to try and figure out as you're going what the formation is going to be. It's just it's so annoying when that is the case. So when it comes to England, the starting lineup is as follows. In goal, you've got Jordan Pickford once again. It looks to be a back four, a 4-3-3 formation. So that back four consists of Kyle Walker, John Stones, Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw. Of course, both Maguire and Shaw representing Manchester United. That midfield three, once again, looks to be Declan Rice, Jordan Henderson and Jude Bellingham. And that front three is Phil Foden, who started against Wales. Harry Kane, of course, captain in the side, started against Wales. And Bukayo Saka comes in and replaces Marcus Rashford, who, of course, drops out. Saka did score 2 goals in the opening game against Iran. Marcus Rashford scored 2 goals in the game against Wales last time out. Rashford on 3 goals for the tournament. He did also score against Iran when he came on for Bukayo Saka. But certainly an interesting one. No Raheem Sterling with the squad this evening as well. England did put out the following quote, and and tweet and post about an hour or so ago saying, quote, Raheem Sterling is not available for selection for the Three Lions tonight as he's dealing with a family matter. So here's hoping that he can get that matter resolved and he can come back soon. And also here's hoping that everything's okay with Raheem Sterling's family. So thoughts go out to him. And thoughts go out to his family. As far as Senegal goes, their team has Mendy in goal. They've got a back four of Jacobs, Diallo, Koulibaly and Sabali. They've got then Mendy and Cease. In front of them, they've got Ismail Assar and Diatta. And then up front, they've got Dia as well. On the bench for England, you've got the likes of Jack Grealish, Marcus Rashford, Kieran Trippier, Nick Pope, Calvin Phillips, Eric Dyer, Connor Cody, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Mason Mount, Aaron Ramsdale, Callum Wilson, James Maddison, and Conor Gallagher. I mean, the thing is with this whole Rashford situation here is that, look, that team on paper should be more than capable and good enough to beat Senegal. And that's no disrespect to Senegal because they're a good side. I think clearly they're massively weakened by not having Sadio Mane in this competition. I think that I haven't been blown away by them when I've seen them so far, but this is knockout football. Anything's possible. So irrespective of your Rashford or your Bukayo Saka, that team should be good enough to beat Senegal. My concern would be, to be honest with you, is from a player point of view. If I'm Marcus Rashford and I scored 2 goals against Wales, I got the man of the match, was probably the best player on the pitch. Came on against Iran, played very well as well, got his goal then. I would think to myself, okay, I started against Wales, I scored 2 goals, I'm on 3 for the tournament, and I'm still not starting in the games where it's really starting to count now. And what more does he have to do? I think that's very, very harsh. And that's not to put aside Bukayo Saka, because Bukayo Saka's a fantastic player. And he really is a real top quality player. And he's been excellent for Arsenal this season. And in the first game against Iran, he was also excellent there. And they call him Starboy Saka at Arsenal for a reason, because he's a good player. But I don't see what rationale that Gareth Southgate could drop Marcus Rashford for in this game. Unless he's just thinking, you'll definitely come on. You'll definitely come on 60, 65 minutes, and it's about finishing the game as well. I don't know. Either way you split it, that front three does have goals in it. Saka, Foden, they've got goals in this tournament. Harry Kane, yet to get a goal in this tournament, but he has got assists. So I don't know. It's an interesting one, certainly. Maybe he might think of it more from a defensive point of view. Maybe he's more happy with Bukayo Saka's tracking back than Marcus Rashford. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. And again, I don't try and sort of figure out what Gareth Southgate is trying to think. Or he's got his people. He's got the people he likes, and that's what he'll go with. As far as who I would have gone with, I would have just gone with the same team that's in the last game. I mean, he's only really made one change. It's Saka for Rashford. So I would have stuck with the team that played the last game because it worked in the last game. Southgate's obviously going with a different one. Again, I still think that team's good enough to beat Senegal. And what will be interesting, of course, is if we get through. And it's a big if, because look, it's knockout football again. It'll be interesting to see who he would start against France. Maybe he'd start Marcus Rashford against France. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and be totally outraged because, like I said, I still think that that team's good enough to beat Senegal. I would question that if I was Marcus Rashford. I definitely, when Gareth Southgate had that conversation with me of, I'm not going to start you this game, I would say, what else can I do? Like, what else can I physically do to start the game? Tell me why. And maybe Gareth would just say what he said about Phil Foden in the game against the USA. It's just not the right game for you. What does that mean? It's just not the right game. We'll see. But let me know where you're watching from, as always, guys. Let me know your thoughts and predictions. We'll get your comments up on the screen as well. Such as Matt Rogerson says, super sub Rashford. Ed says Henderson should have been dropped with Foden put in the 10. Rashford goes to left wing. King of the Indie says, who would you play, Owen? I just mentioned I would have started Rashford. Ashley says Rashford will start against France if we win. He's more suited to it, kind of what I mentioned before. Tad, says Henderson has to start. LOL, he solidified the midfield, will allow the rest of the players to play expansive. To be fair, I didn't think that Henderson played that badly against Wales, it must be said. My concern of him starting Henderson was that he might do it for Jude Bellingham or something like that. Thankfully, that's not the case. But that was my concern with it. But I thought Henderson did okay. He adds experience, leadership, energy. And again, make no mistake, once we get into knockout stages, we've seen this from Gareth Southgate, he can be very conservative. To a fault, sometimes too conservative. At a point, especially with the attacking players. But as I mentioned, whilst I do think it's harsh on Rashford, I'm not looking at that team and I'm devastated or frustrated or like it's the worst team in the world. Because again, Bukayo Saka is a very, very, very good player. So we'll see what happens there. Simon says, I think Saka offers more strength and Rashford can stretch the game out with pace when players tired, not hating the lineup. Again, here we go. King of the Indie says, it's not that hard to figure out what Southgate is thinking. You guys act if he's the worst person in the world. Saka or Foden over Rashford isn't a crime against humanity. Well, I'm certainly not saying that. They're King of the Indies. Like I said, I don't look at it as it's the worst decision. I would just... I think it's just harsh. I think it's harsh on Rashford. But as he has said, I think he said it after when we beat Germany at the Euros last year. He said, "You live and die by your decisions as a manager," and he's true. You know, if we struggle in that first half today or first 60 minutes, people will say, "Why didn't you start Rashford?" So. You know, I mean, in an ideal world, to be honest with you, in an ideal world, you wouldn't do like a 4-3-3. You'd do a 4-2-3-1, and you'd have Saka, Foden, and Rashford. You'd have Foden as a 10, you'd have Rashford and Saka on the wings, and you'd have Harry Kane up front. But at the same time, for whatever reason, he wants the experience of a Jordan Henderson in there. That's what he really wants. But as I mentioned, that team still should be good enough to beat Senegal. If we play to the best of our abilities, we should beat that side. Maybe he's concerned about being overrun in midfield. Maybe he's concerned about their energy. I'm not sure. Well, we'll see how the game progresses. Tad says, doesn't matter who Southgate would have picked. Everybody would moan either way. Let's be real. I mean, look, there's always going to be people that disagree with. There's always going to be people that disagree with team selection. You're never going to get teams right. And look, this has happened to us of. United this season, whereby a starting 11, and I find this so hilarious when this happens. So Eric Ten Hag will name a starting 11, and pretty much to a person, most people would go, yep, that's the starting 11 that I'd pick. I think that's a good starting 11. And the result doesn't go the way we want. And people go, why on earth has he started this person? And it's like, wait a minute. 45 minutes ago, 90 minutes ago, you were saying you'd start that person. So let's not pretend. It's very easy once the game's going on, or it's very easy in hindsight to say, you should have picked this person, you should have picked that person. So look, that's the starting 11 he's gone with. Again, that should be good enough to get the job done. I think it's harsh on Rashford, but it's not like we've got any schlup coming in, okay? It's Bukayo Saka. He's been excellent this season. So... again, Phil Foden, I think, played very well. I mean, look, earlier on in the tournament, we were saying, why is not Phil Foden starting? Now Phil Foden's starting. I still do think that team could be more progressive and could be better. But he's we've gone with that. I mean, look, Mason Mount is a Gareth Southgate favourite, and he's not playing at the moment, so clearly Gareth Southgate is learning something. And we've got great options from the bench too. You know, sometimes the games aren't decided by who starts the game, it's who finishes the game. And if you do turn to the bench and you see the attacking options we have, Jack Grealish, Marcus Rashford, you know, Callum Wilson, James Maddison, even though they haven't really featured. Even people like Mount to come on, they can be positive. So we've got strength in depth. We've got great attacking options. Again, you would have maybe concerns about the defence because that's where we are vulnerable. It's the weaker part of our squad. But we'll see how this one plays out. I mean, to be honest, in an ideal world, he probably wouldn't play Henderson. He'd probably rather play Calvin Phillips. Let's be honest. He'd probably prefer to play Calvin Phillips, but Calvin Phillips has had such a short amount of time on the pitch that he doesn't think he's ready. And even that kind of blows my mind. So he wanted to take Calvin Phillips because he's a favourite of his, even though everyone knew he wasn't ready. And we're at, the last 16 of the tournament, and he's still not ready to play 90 minutes. When will he be ready to play a full 90? Probably, I mean, unless we get to the final, maybe. I don't know. Unless his mindset is just for the tournament, he's not going to be fit enough to play 90 minutes. But oh, we're going to bring him on for he's going to be a substitute to see out games for us in this tournament. But why would you just bring a player that's not fully fit? I don't understand that one at all. I really don't. But hey ho, we'll see what happens with Calvin Phillips as the tournament goes on. But what predictions are we saying here? Tad says Rashford is a fantastic option to have as a sub with tired legs later on in the game. Wizard said Harry Maguire doing his scorpion kicks in the warm-up scares me because it's a bad omen. Bad luck follows him. To be honest with you, Wizard, if you want to talk about bad lucks and jinxes, and I'm all for it, we're playing on ITV this evening, and the ITV curse is real. Let me double check what the ITV curse actually is. I want to get some proper percentages up here. So England's record is awful on ITV. Let's see here. Here we go. So England have not won. Oh my goodness. England have not. I didn't realize it was this bad. England have not won their last 10 matches on ITV in normal time. They have a 19% win rate in their last 16 games on ITV. Since 1996, there's a 39% win rate on ITV compared to a 68% on the BBC. The curse is real and needs to be taken very seriously. Oh, man. We might be in for a long evening. we might be in for a long evening. Oh, come on. Surely, at some point, you say that, though. You say that. We've had, games we would be considered to win. ITV. Oh. You know what it is? It's adverts. No one likes adverts. That's why. Even England players that are playing on the pitch, they don't like adverts. Man. That's wild. Oh, man. Just putting that out there. Red Baron with a super chat. Appreciate you as always, Red Baron. Says, can you tell me the average spin ratio of England's passing? Wow. Have you seen those replays when they do the goal and they do the per minutes things? Yes, it's ridiculous. Appreciate the contribution as always, Red Baron. John James says, oh shit, Flex is out there. Don't touch anything, Flex, please. Well, look, he's been out there the whole tournament. So by this point, his judge is all over Qatar. It's all over the place. He's been to all of the England games, including the first one when we won 6-2. He was there at the 0-0. He was there at the Wales game. So at this point, when it comes to curses, we talk about the ITV curse averaging out. Maybe the Flex curse has got to average out as well. I don't know. But Red Baron says, does Flex own ITV? He's a minority investor. Yeah. Talking about curses, look, curses do have to end at some point because I myself was part of a curse and I actually was the person that lifted it, just to pat myself firmly on the back there. United View at UVHQ, which of course we'll be back in next week for the United friendlies, we did not win a game. Manchester United did not win a game in like a year doing those match views. It was insane. They did the first match view that was inside UVHQ was early stage of last season, wasn't it? Yeah, it was early stage of last season. It was a Champions League game because they didn't go to the away games, Flex and KG, and they did them in there. And United did not win a game when we did a match view from UVHQ until, what was the game that broke? It was Liverpool. It was Liverpool this season. Liverpool at home. That was that was the first time that United won a game with a match view in the studio. So we're talking legitimately like a year. Yeah, pretty much like a year. A year's worth of losses or draws inside the studio. That's insane. So eventually, and then we went unbeaten and we started winning games back to back to back to back to back to back. I mean, I've seen them this season beat Liverpool, Arsenal, Tottenham, big games in UVHQ. So that curse is firmly lifted. It really has been firmly lifted. So maybe tonight's the night as well. ITV, we're here. You and I, the viewer, are here. We're watching this. We're not in UVHQ, but hopefully we can sort of lift the ITV curse a little bit this evening. Oh, man, I hope so. And to be honest, look, watching international football for me is a bit of a different one because some people prefer international football or international tournament football over club football. I'm a club football guy. I love watching my country and I support my country, but I'm not nervous before this game like I would be before a United game, if that makes sense. Usually, usually if this was a United game in, say, this was like, for instance, say when we play Barcelona in February in the Europa League, I'll be nervous before we watch that. I'll be really nervous. Whereas this one, I don't know, England's just different. I expect them to lose, you know, even though they shouldn't tonight, and I do think they'll win. I've just been hurt so many times by England in major tournaments that maybe I still have that hope when it comes to Manchester United. I don't know. Ed says, and Owen's dad has a Rashford shirt this season. Rashie doing bits. The family curse is broken. I wouldn't go too far because that's, you know, that's. We'll wait till the end of the season. Although, look, he's got a Rashford shirt and a Lisandro Martinez shirt, by the way. And Martinez, the butcher, is unbelievable. He, for me, is one of the best defenders in the Premier League, absolutely without a doubt. So my dad's got that one right this season. Plenty can still go wrong, by the way. Their tenure and legacy is not complete just yet. So I wouldn't get too far carried away with that. And Joffrey says that's because Mina came along. Well, Mina's got a good record, but not a perfect record for the match views. Her first match she did, we lost, which was Real Sociedad, that home game in the Europa League. So she's not got a perfect record, but she's got a pretty good one. Most of the time that she's there, we get a win, or we definitely don't lose. That must be said too. Shout out Mina as well, because I think today or yesterday she posted or wrote another article for The Athletic. So go follow her on her socials, at Mina Football on Twitter, and there's links to all of her articles for The Athletic. So shout out Mina, as always. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. We're 9 minutes away from kickoff. The England players are in the tunnel. There's Gareth right there, the Senegal support too. I'm going to get my headphones in early to make sure that this definitely works. Technology, you know. Good. Working straight away. That's what I like to see. I've got my green tea ready too. Riri says, I love the Premier League, but international is more unpredictable and exciting. International tournament football is fun, and and everyone loves cheering on their team in a tournament. International qualifying is dull. The Nations League, they should just get rid of that. But come on, England. Be sure to smash a like as well on the like button, guys. Let's get to 50 before kickoff. We're 14 away from 50. But we can get to 50 before kickoff, and then by halftime we'll be at 100. Come on. Come on, England. Matt Rogerson says he's got his green Heineken. All sorts. Well, the thing I just don't want, and you know why I just say maybe I'm not nervous, is I have had that crushing feeling of an England exit of so many times. So many times. Jude Bellingham, last player in the tunnel. Hey Jude, don't let me down. I tell you what, I'm hoping that Mendy in goal for Senegal has an absolute stinker again, because recently he's been awful, absolutely shocking, and I'm hoping this is going to be the same. Not going to be straightforward as well, and a last 16 game has yet to go to extra time and penalties. We've had 3 last 16 matches so far. All have been completed in the regulation time, none to extra time and none to penalties. Tonight, let's not make that happen. I'm not sure on a stream I'd be able to cope. I've yet to do a penalty shootout or a match view or anything like that. I hope today's not that day, to be honest with you. England, of course, registered the most points. They registered the most goals in the group stage, I believe. And we want this form to continue. Come on! Out come the England players. Into the cauldron of noise out there in Qatar. Led out by Harry Kane, the 3 Lions. Time to roar. And time to roar onto the quarterfinals. A showdown with the world champions themselves. France awaits the winners of England versus Senegal. Come on, England. And don't you worry, Sir Marcus, he will rise off the bench at some point. Wizard said, would you trust Southgate with your club team? Absolutely not. Absolutely no way. But national anthems are just about to play. First off, it's England. God Save the King and all that kind of stuff. Charles is getting his crown resized ahead of his coronation. And will England be coronated or crowned world champions? God Save the King. Want to see the players belting it out? Yes, that's what you want to see. Kyle Walker, Bukayo Saka, Luke Shaw, Manchester United's Luke Shaw, Declan Rice, Phil Foden, John Stones, Harry Maguire, Jordan Pickford on his tiptoes standing next to Harry Kane and Harry Maguire. Harry Kane, about time to register a goal in this tournament, methinks. He's registered assists, but he's not registered goals. I've been saying that I didn't think he's fit. He looked still a bit shaky, a little bit but he insists, and he insisted in his press conference, he's never felt fitter. Wow. Wow, Harry. Prove it. Get a hat-trick. As we're about to listen to the national anthem of Senegal. It's down that green tea a bit too fast, I think. Their manager is in the dugout as well. There was a bit of concern about their manager, Cisse, because he's been unwell the last few days. Missed training, missed the press conference. But he is with them this evening. Of course, former captain, was their captain when they last made it to the knockout stage back in 2002. Of course, they shocked the world back in 2002 in the opening game of the World Cup when they defeated the previous world champions, France. Of course, if they beat England tonight, they'll have a rematch with Les Bleus. Come on, England. Of course, there's Koulibaly, Chelsea's Koulibaly. Is this the first time we've ever played Senegal as well, I believe? Kickoff is 3 minutes away. 3-minute warning. And we are 5 likes away from 50, by the way. That was the target. 50 before the kickoff. We can get to that. Absolutely. If you haven't already, click that like button. We can get to 50 before kickoff and then 100 before half time. If you haven't already, subscribe as well. Bottom right-hand corner. Come on, England. Don't let me down. Don't let us down. Oh, I'm just getting flashbacks and floods to, World Cup 2006, 2010, 2018, 2002, and the Euros 2004. That's my first World Cup was 2002 that I can remember anyway. And since then, I've just been littered with disappointment when it comes to England. But can that change? Well, to make it change, we've got to win this evening. That's the important thing. As Tadbeck says, Gladiators, are you ready? Ready! You will go on my first whistle. We played in this stadium before as well against the USA and we drew. So, not ideal. But they're just going through the teams once again. That 4-3-3 once again for England. Pickford, Shaw, Maguire, Stones, Walker, Bellingham, Rice, Henderson, Foden, Kane and Saka. Strong bench as well. Sterling and Ben White, of course, not available. They're dealing with family issues, respectively. Looks like Senegal are going to be playing a 4-2-3-1. They're missing Idrissa Gueye as well and Kouyaté. To be honest, they're missing big players. 2 big midfielders for them. Gueye and Kouyaté are big players for England to miss. For Senegal, to miss. Right, come on. Let's end this ITV curse. Let's have a good performance from England. Nothing silly. Let's get a goal early. Let's start as we mean to go on. England have changed their shorts this evening. No longer have they got blue shorts. They've got white shorts. Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're off. England players also took the knee before kickoff. Come on, England. Let's go. Nothing silly from England. Here comes Senegal. One back immediately. Declan Rice, you can make that. Go back home to Jordan Pickford. Puts his foot through it. Bobbled a little bit. Pickford gets his foot through it. It's a Senegal throw-in. Just settle, England. Settle, settle, settle. Throw in for Senegal. And look, there are going to be patches during this game, which we are going to struggle. There are going to be patches where it's difficult. We might have to ride our luck a little bit. But we are a better team. We have better players than this side. If we play to our proper ability, we should win this game. But it's about how we manage the occasion, how we settle, and how we show our quality. Harry Kane looking to press from the front a little bit. So wayward pass by Koulibaly. Declan Rice wins it. Keep travelling with it. Here comes Jude Bellingham. Koulibaly with a tackle. England throw in. Gareth Southgate and Steve Holland on the bench. Looks to be a fantastic atmosphere in the stadium. Much better than the atmosphere in the France game early on. The atmosphere in the France game was so dead. It was so boring. Although I thought France played okay. Kylian Mbappe is something else. Nice little switch of play from Kyle Walker. Goes to Harry Maguire, who, not surprisingly, is playing his best football of the season so far for England. Still massive questions over his United future, though. Not good enough to play for United, I think, and certainly not in an Erik ten Hag system. It's this kind of system that he can play well, Harry Maguire. Here is Maguire once again. Here's Shaw. Luke Shaw looking for Phil Foden. Doesn't find him. Senegal now have the ball back once again. Harry Kane looking to sort of press slightly. It's not a proper press. And to be honest, England under Gareth Southgate don't press. They really don't. Not from the front anyway. They might get a bit close to you in midfield, but they don't pressure the opposition team's defenders at all. They look to press from the midfield. Just a bit like that. Jordan Henderson wins the ball back. Does well. He's looking for someone. That's going to be an England throw-in. Good press. Bit of energy there. Of course, Aliou Cisse, as I mentioned, has been ill for the last 2 days. But he is well enough to be on the bench for Senegal today. Throw-in. Here's Harry Kane. Gives it to Henderson, edge of the box. Who's he looking for? Phil Foden. That's probably going to go out for a goal kick. Goal kick to Senegal. John James says he can't press, he can stomp. Chance of England come from the crowd. I mean, they were saying before the game that there was going to be more Senegal support. I mean, it's only really England you can hear here. Here's Mendy. Chips the ball over Saka to the Senegal left back, who goes for a ball over the top. There's nobody there. Goes all the way back to Jordan Pickford. Both teams looking, I think, just to get a bit more composed, a bit calm. I think England have probably settled a little bit quicker here. So I would say get the pressure on Senegal. They're going to be dealing with the pressure too. And they're going to be worried about England. That's a bad pass. And now Senegal on the attack here. He might be through on goal. He might be through on goal. And just Harry Maguire and John Stones just do enough. But that was very close. Harry Maguire, what are you doing? They just do enough. Oh, I mean, literally there. We give the ball away up the pitch and the player just runs. He just keeps running. And he just goes through the two centre-backs that they're not even there. Maguire looked to be having a bit of a go at John Stones. I don't know what he's having a go at him about because he just walked through. Oh. Can't deal with that. And make no mistake, that's the difference of not having Sadio Mane in the team. Because if that's Sadio Mane, we could very easily be 1-0 down by now. Maguire gets a little bit lucky there. Kirk says, Maguire gets caught with his pants down, lucky sod. And thing is with Maguire, and like I was just saying, he's played his best football of the season so far in this England squad. That's not surprising. But there's a reason why. It's because we play a low line. We play a deeper line for England. Erik ten Hag in Manchester United wants to play that higher line. Maguire can't do it. You've just seen his recovery pace. It's non-existent. A foul on Jude Bellingham, and it's a free kick to England. Seeing a replay of it, it's definitely a foul. And again, I'm not sure what really Maguire was having a go at John Stones for. There he is, the Emperor himself. Gianni Infantino. Unlimited power! Every time he's shown on the big screen, they boo him. Here's Maguire. Pickford. And the way they show him Infantino as well, when he's sort of sitting up there, it's like he's sitting in this sort of like emperor's throne, isn't it? Henderson with a flick on. Kane. It's a terrible touch. I'm like I said, I'm still... That's a bad pass from Koulibaly. It's gone straight to Phil Foden. He just outmuscled a little bit. Here's Jude Bellingham. That's a foul, referee. Foul to England. Bellingham. That's a couple of times. I think it's to his point to the ref. He's saying that's a couple of times I've been fouled there. I'm hoping to see a bit more from Harry Kane this evening. As I mentioned, after that first game, when he took that knock on his ankle, and they insisted he was fit against the USA, he was not. Clearly, he was not fit. Against Wales, he still looked quite static. He got an assist, but he still looked quite static. Here's hoping he's back to full fitness this evening. We'll have to wait and see. But it's a free kick to England. England are good on set pieces. Maguire in the box. Who's going to be standing over it? There's Rice, Henderson and Shaw. Well, they go short to Kyle Walker. Walker puts the ball to the back. That's Declan Rice. Takes it on the chest. Puts it back across goal. Oh, they were aiming for Harry Maguire. It was well worked from England. It nearly worked. Here's Foden, edge of the box. Here's Kane. Tries to turn. Oh, I tell you what, they were just surrounded by green players there. Or green shirts, rather. I say green players like they were Yoda. But it was a well-worked free kick routine by England. And Declan Rice nearly gets an assist. Just seeing a replay here. It was Kyle Walker. And he takes it on his chest like that. Puts it across goal. And he's aiming for Harry Maguire. And Maguire just there's too many players in front of him, really. But it's a well-worked set piece. Straight off the training pitch. He actually doesn't really connect with it, Declan Rice. It comes off his shin. Press him, Saka. Keep pressing him. It's not going to be a penalty, but he nearly had it. I tell you what, the Senegal fullback there found himself in trouble. Saka, he takes a heavy touch. He just allows Saka in. He keeps going. And Saka kind of just stops. He gets lucky. Ball over the top. Pickford sweeps that one up nicely. Overhit. I think England start okay here. Kirk says Kane looks a couple of yards off the pace. Junior says it's coming home. Soph loves pandas. Really does. You can see it in the picture. Says yes, it's coming home for Christmas. Come on. Maguire with a pass to Bellingham. Short. Flick up to Kane. Goes for a flick on. Oh, Bellingham nicks it. Well done, Jude Bellingham. Now, try and get into the box if you can. Bellingham, ball into the box. Oh, Mendy. What? Mendy is so erratic. It literally goes to dive out and he just sort of tips it into nowhere. There's nobody there. But that goalkeeper will give you chances. Put balls into the box. Put him under pressure. He won't deal with it. What's going on? There's something wrong with the ball. I think the ball's popped. The ball, the ball popped. Bellingham put the ball into the box. And Mendy just tips it over his own player's head. Well, we've got new balls. New ball on the pitch. That's a heavy touch by Harry Maguire. Jeez Louise, man. A free kick here to England. Be sure to smash a like on the like button, folks. Got over 280 people watching. We are 34 likes away from 100. 34 likes away from 100. So if you haven't already, let's get to 100 before half-time. That's always the aim. If we can get to 100 likes before half-time, maybe even 150. Senegal support in numbers. Roy Keane called him annoying earlier on. Mark Pugac was like, yeah, they've been loud, they've been singing. He was like, I know, it's annoying. Roy Keane, man. Have a bit of fun. Here's Luke Shaw. Down England's left-hand side. They'll backheel to Foden. Kane. Spreads it out to Bukayo Saka. Takes it down. Here's Walker. Here's Stones. Gets it over to Henderson once again. From the right-hand side. Goes for a cross, seemingly. Finds its way to Bellingham. Jude Bellingham, something else. He really is. He's a quality player. He is a £100 million player. I'm convinced of it. It's just a case of where does he want to go. He'll move in the summer, but we're so fortunate. He's world class. Here's Stones once again. Little few triangles there with Rice and Walker. Bukayo Saka. Ball over the top. Here comes Saka. Spinning behind. Saka. He just kind of volleys it. It's way too high for anyone. Comes all the way to Shaw on the left-hand side. Here's Bellingham. Oh, he does well. Jude Bellingham. He's still stumbling. Oh, Senegal just do enough. We do kind of threatening sort of edge of the box territory. I tell you what, Harry Maguire, heavy touch. He actually does really well. Keeps it in. Kane. Oof. Kane put the ball across the box. He was looking for Bukayo Saka. I tell you what, for a heavy touch, Harry Maguire actually did really well in the end there. Look at this. It's a shocking touch from Harry Maguire. It just does enough though. And Harry Kane seemingly is onside. It's a great ball. You're maybe saying to Bukayo Saka, dive towards it maybe. Throw yourself at it. Nah, it's miles away from him, I think, maybe. But nearly 13 minutes gone. Still 0-0. England 0, Senegal 0. Harry Kane. Ball bounces off him. Senegal travelling with the ball a little bit here. Here's Dia. Bellingham wins it, but he's been everywhere. He's been absolutely everywhere. Harry Kane. Oh, he does really well. He's surrounded by green shirts, and that's a foul. That's a foul, referee. Kane's still down on the floor. He's played a ball to Bukayo Saka. Bring it back then, because where's the advantage? We didn't have any. Bring it back. It's got to be minimum a booking. Look at this. He does really well because he gets out from 3 players. Oh, it's nasty. It's over the top of his foot. It's nasty. Oh, right. It just literally scrapes it down the top of his foot. Where's the booking? Should be a booking. It wasn't. Short goal kick from Senegal. And you've got to be careful with Kane and those fiberglass feet he's got. Maguire. Heavy touch again, man. I mean, it might seem like I'm being quite nitpicky on Maguire, but a couple of his touches have been really heavy touches. Bellingham wins the ball back again. I tell you what, Jude Bellingham looks up for it this evening. He really does. Bellingham trying to get the fans going. As he should. Koulibaly can't handle him. Here's Shaw. Foden. Kane once again flicks it through. Oh, he was looking for Luke Shaw. But England they just feel like they're about a pass away a couple of times. Just been about a pass away for England. Cisse, the coach, is trying to get his team to move the ball quicker and sort of get out of their own half. But England have definitely been the side on top at the moment. Senegal just keep trying to go for a bit of a long ball, and England are managing to deal with it fairly easily. Well done, Jordan Henderson. Tried to leave a little bit on him, and Jordan Henderson gave it a bit of the head shake. John Stones gives it back to Jordan Pickford. Tries to find Luke Shaw. Good touch inside. That's a free kick. Must be said, I give England credit here. I think they're moving the ball around really nicely. Look at this touch from Luke Shaw. Just takes the touch inside. Waits for the foul. Easy. Good play from the left back. The Manchester United left back, that is. $25 likes away from 100, by the way. So if you haven't already, click that like button. Here's John Stones. Kyle Walker. Puts it over to Harry Maguire. Playing it left centre-back. Gives it to Luke Shaw. Declan Rice. Intricate play. Brilliant flick by Foden. Gives it to Luke Shaw. Shaw fires in at Harry Kane. It's really high up at him. He has to take a touch. That's up here. It wasn't the best shot, to be honest, from Luke Shaw. Here comes Senegal on the break. Maguire, you should deal with that. For you just about deals with it. Just about. What he does there, oh, John Stones. What he does there, and I don't understand why Maguire did this, is Maguire had him. Maguire was ahead of him, and for whatever reason, he decides to get physical. You're ahead of him there. Why are you getting involved? He doesn't need to get involved. You're already ahead of him. Focus on the ball, not the player. Good tackle by Bukayo Saka. Wins the ball back. Pickford passed through the middle to Jude Bellingham. Bit of a wayward pass, it must be said. Kyle Walker, though, manages to deal with it. Here's Maguire. Stones. England certainly having more of the ball. Again, they're moving the ball around okay. A little bit of... Whenever they get sort of closer into the opponent's final third, Senegal all over them. They get green shirts surrounding them. And England just need to shift the ball just a little bit quicker in those moments. Here's Stones. Kyle Walker. Looking for a white shirt. Can't seem to find it, so he's going to switch the play over to Harry Maguire. He's done that a couple of times already. Gone for that switch. Here's Maguire. Steps forward. Here's Stones. Senegal certainly going to play a defensive kind of system this evening, looks like. Getting people behind the ball. Phil Foden goes for a flick on. Luke Shaw didn't really gamble on it. Keep pressing it. It's not going to go out. And here's a press. Jude Bellingham wins that. It's a Senegal throw-in, though. I think, unfortunately, folks, I'm going to just gush about Jude Bellingham for 90 minutes because he really is top quality. He's absolutely superb. He can be absolutely anything, I think. Where he'll go, if he goes to City, we got a problem. We got a problem on our hands because he's world class. I think he could go to Real Madrid, and that midfield's terrifying. You think Bellingham, Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Valverde. Oof. Here's Walker. Pass doesn't really work out. It's got to be a corner, isn't it? It's got to be a corner. And he don't want to make the decision. It's a corner ball, ref. There you go. It's a corner ball. It was clearly a corner. It comes off him. How did they take that long to make that decision? It's the most obvious corner you've ever seen in your life. Oh my God. England corner, though. 20 minutes gone. Still 0-0. What are they complaining about? It very clearly comes off a Senegal player. Come on, though. Time for Maguire to rise. Or any England player. I don't care. I'd tell you what. I'd put it on Mendy. Put it on the goalkeeper. Put it on the goalkeeper. He's been shown to be erratic. Here's Foden. Ball in. Oh. It was John Stones with the header this time. Just didn't get the header right. I think it's actually... It comes off his shoulder. Doesn't even get his head on it. It comes off Stone's shoulder. Senegal goes short from the back once again. Koulibaly goes for the long ball. Shaw wins it. And now we're looking to win it in the midfield once again. Jude Bellingham is all over the Senegal player. Oh, got a sore neck. Be sure to smash a like on the like button, guys. We're 13 likes away from 100 likes. Got over 338 people watching, so if you haven't already, click that like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner as well. Should to shepherd that out. Jordan Pickford plays a bit sweeper keeper there, heads it out for a throw-in. Goes through the legs of Kyle Walker there. Ismail Assar, they play some nice intricate passing, Senegal. Ismail Assar trying to keep it in, and Kyle Walker clears it. Kyle Walker's a good defender. He is. Good touch by Koulibaly. Harry Maguire can deal with that. Oh, Maguire, you just fizzed it. I tell you what, he's having one today. Ah! Oh, what a miss. I tell you what, Senegal's just missed a chance from 6 yards out. And that stems from Harry Maguire giving the ball away. He is having one today. Look at this. What is that pass? Gives it away. They put the ball into the box. England are retreating. He gets the head of John Stones and he's missed from about 4 yards out. He skied it over the bar. I don't know how he's missed it. Oh, they're asking for a handball. You can't give it. You cannot give that. It's come off his knee onto his near his elbow. You cannot give that as a handball. But he's missed from 4 yards out. And I tell you what, that stemmed from Harry Maguire's pass. And it's not an agenda so far this evening. It's not. It's just a case of he's having one. He's having one this evening. That's a couple of times so far this evening. No. Cleared it. Look at the referee telling him to shut up. Good. Harry Maguire. Ah! Pickford. Jeez. There's Walker. Wins that ball back. Again, I'll move on from Maguire in a second, but being a United fan, and this is a United channel, he so far in this game, a couple of times he's been wobbly. You can just feel it. You can feel it. And again, who would you start ahead of him in terms of a centre-back? There aren't many in the England squad. That's why you should have brought Tomori, in my opinion. But he's got to wake up. He really has. This ITV curse, man. I'm telling you. Here is Maguire. Maguire steps forward. Give the ball away again. Oh, what's going on, Harry? You're bringing Man United, your Man United form in this. You really are. Oh. Here's Stones. And opening 25 minutes, Harry Maguire. My word. Here's Stones. Walker. Stones once again. Stones. Henderson. Saka. Declan Rice. Gets it out to Shaw. Bellingham. Rice once again. I mean, Stones is going crazy at some of the players in front of him. He's saying, move, do something. Here's Saka. Goes for that ball over the top. Stopped by Sabali. Oh, get up, man. Going down on the floor like Rice. Rice didn't foul him. I mean, I think John Stones is right in what he's saying. He's saying to those players in front of him, give us some options. Move. Move. Find some space. Stones, once again, is just turning and looking at the bench, telling them to move. Move. Create something. Move. The game's got very, very slow. Even Jordan Pickford, look, he's got his foot on the ball. Just slowed unbelievably here. It's walking football. And we're giving the ball away again. We're trying to thread the ball through the eye of a needle here. John Stones gave it away that time. I'm begging for some movement. England throw in. Come on. I mean, from a Senegal point of view, they'll be very happy. They've completely stifled us. Here's Walker with the throw-in. AB says, why are you and KG doing the stream separately? KG's just doing some of the England games on his channel. It's not really United games, so he's doing some on his channel. I did speak to him earlier, though. Shout out KG. Saw he's been spending family time today. I saw he's doing some pottery. And it was a week ago today that was at his show for the Too Bold, Too Hilarious. Like I said, if they do more shows, go and watch it. It's brilliant. Him and Travis put on a real good show. Really enjoyed that last weekend. That's a bit better from England. 1-2. Here's Shaw. Foden. Here's Maguire. Bellingham to Maguire once again. Sting's come out of this game quite a lot now, to be honest. It really has. Ball over the top. And that's a throw into Senegal. Does feel quite slow, laborious, doesn't it? There's El Hadji Diouf. Of course, play for the likes of Liverpool, Bolton, etc. England needs to just wake up. Papa Mendy was trying to imply that Saka had elbowed him to the floor, apparently. What's going on here? The referees are getting involved again. Another free kick to Senegal. England just need to Like I said, just need to wake up a little bit here. It's just slowing down. The game can start getting a bit away from you. Here's Senegal again. Here's Senegal. Plays a 1-2. Diatu. Now Senegal have a bit of possession. I tell you what, though, it's a slow game, a very tiresome, laborious game. Absolutely. 30 minutes gone. Still England 0, Senegal 0. Pressure from Henderson. Once again, very slow. Senegal go for a long ball, headed away by Kyle Walker. They're saying a handball. Saka makes a mistake. Ismail Assar. Ball through. Diaz, good save by Jordan Pickford. Well, Senegal threaten more at this point. They've had 2 chances. They've skied it from 4 yards out and Pickford's made a save. They're on top. They've had more chances in this half. Saka loses it. It just turns him. Look, there's nobody following the player. It's a good save by Pickford in the end. Come on, England. Wake up, man. I tell you what, it's going to be one of these ones. It's going to be one of these games. We said we're going to have to suffer at points, and I think that's what's going on at the moment. Come on, England. Wake up. Wake up from your slumber. 2 best chances have come from Senegal. We've had 1 shot. It's not been on target. They've had 3. 1 on target. That being the one just then. But they've also missed from 4 yards out. It doesn't matter if we've had 69% possession. We've done nothing with it. Here's Luke Shaw. Here's his Kane. Oh. Here's Kane. Drops back down. Saka in the box. Oh. Tried to get the wrong side of the defender. The defender just did enough. I'm nervous because now we've seen warning signs. And I think back to, I tell you what, if Sadio Mane was playing here, there might be a bit of a difference. Be sure to smash a like on the like button, guys. Be sure to subscribe as well, bottom right-hand corner. Remember, you can join the UV Members Club. Links in the video description. There's also the pinned comment in the live chat. You get your badges, your emojis, your exclusive members-only content as well. .33 minutes, still 0-0. 2 best chances to Senegal. Here they come again. I have a feeling there's a goal in this half. I really do. Senegal having a bit more possession now, completing some more passes. Chris says, Kane need to stay between the 2 centre-backs and stretch the opposition defence and defensive line. We're just going to see a replay of the Pickford save. And he does make a good save in that one. I mean, also as well, my concern is, and not looking too far ahead because this game is definitely not a given at this point, but even if we were to get through, and face someone like France, play like this, you get picked off. Absolutely picked off. Just giving the ball away. Just giving the ball away immediately. Here's Ismail Assar. Jacobs beats Walker. Gets the ball into the box. Headed away by Stones this time. It's going to go out for Senegal throw-in. England aren't playing well. They're not playing well. Literally every time John Stones or Harry Maguire are trying to play the ball into midfield, they're giving it away every time. Granted, it's because there's no option. There's no option there. But it's just not fluid. Here's Kane. Does quite well. Here's Kane. Goes for a switch over to Luke Shaw. Now you've got space to go into. Run into the space. But gives it Foden to feet. Foden does really well. Really, really well. Because every time we have the ball, I tell you what, the Senegal press is intense. It's Maguire. Walker. Penalty shootout. Well, I don't think I could handle it. I really don't think I could handle it. That's a foul. Kyle Walker's fouled him. And that's a foul on Ismail Assar. Less than 10 minutes to half time. Is he going to get away with no booking? It's cynical. It's very cynical. Maybe he should get a booking. Lucky he doesn't get one. Maybe it's just because it's not totally cynical enough to require a booking. I mean, Cisse, the Senegal coach, wants it. I'd want it as well. But look, England have had more of the ball. Senegal been the better side. Had better chances. Look like they're offering more. Senegal stand over the set piece. Koulibaly's waiting to get into the box. Well, just on the edge. There's a straight line just across the D there of the box for England. Ball into the box. Headed away by Walker this time. Zabali for Senegal. Bendia goes inside. Declan Rice looks to be hustling him there. Oh, he's just skipped past Phil Foden with ease. Zabali. That'll be a goal kick. I mean, it's just easy. It's too easy to play the ball to the edge of the box, and it's too easy to play through England. I mean, Senegal will be feeling really, really confident here. And look at the England fans, they know it. They know that England are playing slow. They're playing lethargic. We've had the ball in positions like this where Harry Maguire and John Stones have the ball. We pass it out to the fullbacks, and then there's nothing there. We're hoping on bits of magic and flicks. Here's Kane, though. That's a bit better. Jude Bellingham makes a run. Bursting, cuts it back. Jordan Henderson! Get in, get in, get in, get in, get in. Comes out of nowhere. It's 1-0. Jordan Henderson gets the goal. It's Jude Bellingham with the assist. That's why you start him. And that is why Jude Bellingham can be anything he wants. He can be anything he wants, Jude Bellingham. It's 1-0. England have played terribly, but it doesn't matter. It's 1-0. Get in, get in. Better. It starts with the link up from Harry Kane as well, and it's Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham can be whatever he wants. He absolutely can. What a goal. Look at this, little flick from Foden. Look at this, Harry Kane drops deep. Brilliant pass to Jude Bellingham. He cuts it back to Jordan Henderson, and there you go. Excellent. Jude Bellingham, get in. Finally, first shot on target, first goal, 1-0, Jordan Henderson. Right on the verge of sort of half-time as well. Now just get to half-time. Senegal coach is telling his team to calm down. Gareth Southgate's trying to encourage. And look, to be fair to Gareth Southgate, controversial call to start Henderson in the last couple of games. Got it right. Let's get to half-time then. That's a goal kick. Southgate saying well done to his team. 5 minutes to go to half-time. 1-0. Jordan Henderson gets the goal in the 38th minute. Pickford, though, with a goal kick for England. Pickford goes long. Here's Saka. Saka cuts it back. It's going to be 2. Oh, Harry Kane. He was just leaning back. It was Saka. Did excellent work. Cuts it back. And Harry Kane's always falling backwards. Look at this. Saka takes on the player. Cuts it back. For a player of the quality of Harry Kane, it's a chance. But it's behind him. He's leaning back. He's always falling over and he skies it over the bar. Kane's still looking for that first goal of the tournament for him. Here's Kane once again. Good touch out to Saka. Take him on. You got the better of him. Saka puts the ball in. Oh, nearly to Foden. Look at this. There was a great pass from Kane. Saka takes him on. It's a good ball. Oh, it's just too high. I mean, you've got a small player in there like Phil Foden, so it's difficult. Here's Stones. Pickford with the kick up the pitch. Header. Walker hooks it. That's got to be a foul. He's saying no. Doesn't matter. They're giving the ball away. Here's Luke Shaw. Here's Jude Bellingham. Shaw continues his run. Luke Shaw is through on goal. Luke Shaw. Oh, where you going? Where you going? Where you going, Luke Shaw? Oh. I thought just carry on, put your foot through and score. Oh. He was through on goal. It's just a bit of a heavy touch, maybe. Oh, Luke. I'd have said just take it full time. England seemingly have woke up, though. It's going to be a corner, though. Here's England with the corner. Foden, ball in. Headed away by Senegal. No flick on there. Oh, Saka absolutely clatters in to the Senegalese defender there. Saka still looks down. Maguire wins that header. It's going to be an England throw-in, though. Here's the goal once again for Henderson. Look at that. Look at it. They go head to head. They're head to head. Meeting of the minds. Bellingham and Henderson celebrate as England 1-0 up. Here's Walker. They'll flick on there. Here comes Declan Rice. Travel. He's got space to go into. Go on. Put it across goal again. Ah, it's corner ball. England have woke up, though. There's another goal in this before half-time. Put the ball across. It was Koulibaly. Puts it out for a corner. Who's going to be standing over this one? Probably Foden again, one would think. Here's Foden. Foden, ball in. Aim for Maguire. And that's a throw into England. 2 minutes of added time until half time. England 1-0 up thanks to that Jordan Henderson goal in the 38th minute. You know what? It's funny because again they've really already dialed it back when it comes to the stoppage time stuff, haven't they? They've really dialed it back. They went crazy with it initially, and now they're like, oh, actually, maybe that was a bit too much. Kane, he wants a foul. It's not going to be given. Here comes Ismail Assar. That will be given. Saka penalised for the foul on Ismail Assar. Here's a foul. Blocks him off. He knows what he's doing. Bukayo Saka. Definitely a foul. But after a very, very, very slow start, I think England will be happy with this so far. Particularly as for a large chunk of this half, we weren't the better side. Senegal had two massive opportunities. A miss from about 4 yards out, a Jordan Pickford save. But it's a Jordan Henderson goal that provides the difference as we head into half-time in the next sort of 25 seconds or so. It's Koulibaly. Goes long, Kyle Walker with a header. Saka away. Here's Sarr once again. Saka still having a few bites there. Deflects out. Bellingham wins it. Counter-attack. Counter. Keep going, Jude Bellingham. Keep going, Jude Bellingham. Foden's onside. Give it to Harry Kane. Harry Kane's through on goal. You've got to score. Harry Kane. Yes! Harry Kane makes it 2-0. And once again, it's absolute clinical dynamite from England. Harry Kane gets his first goal at the tournament. England go into halftime 2-0. And it's absolutely clinical, cutting-edge stuff from England. And it starts once again from that guy, Jude Bellingham. Because I'm telling you, he is a generational talent. He is an absolutely generational talent. He starts that move. He drives. He gives it to Foden. He cuts it back to Harry Kane. Harry Kane's still got a lot to do, but he gets his goal. Look at him. Look where he starts from, Jude Bellingham. He runs like 2/3 of the pitch. It's half-time as well, I think it is. And then he gives it back to Harry Kane, who just leathers it in. 2-0. That's what it is. When you give Harry Kane that opportunity, you score goals. Half-time, England 2, Senegal 0. Brilliant. Come on. Absolutely fantastic. And let's not pretend like it was all, smooth sailing, because it wasn't. But absolutely, the goal scorers are Jordan Henderson and Harry Kane. But the player of that half for me is Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham is special. Jude Bellingham is a special, special talent. Harry Kane and Jordan Henderson have been absolutely gifted goals by Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham is 19 years of age, people, and he is dominating a World Cup last 16. Brilliant. What a player. And people can say that Jude Bellingham isn't that kind of player, or he isn't this, he's all that. He is fantastic. He really is. And again, in a half where for about 30 minutes, 40 minutes, about 35 minutes rather, we didn't do all that much, and Senegal had good chances. Jordan Pickford with a good save. They missed from 4 yards out. But Jude Bellingham, he is something else. And I said after that first game against Iran, Jude Bellingham is a £100 million player, possibly even more. He's going to be moving next summer, and he can pick. That's how good he is. He can pick which club he wants to go to, because every single club around Europe will be lining up for him. Every single club, whether they've got the money or not, will be saying, 100 million, we'll figure out a way. Because he's that good. Generational talent. Haven't seen a midfielder like that for England for a very, very long time. He's absolutely sensational. And he's only 19. And I know, I can hear the cries. I can hear people saying, oh, we overrate youngsters or we overhype youngsters. He's the truth. He is the real deal, Jude Bellingham. My goodness. And any team he goes into, he improves. He's absolutely sensational. Absolutely sensational. Again, those 2 goals are Jude Bellingham. He might not be the name on the goal scorer sheet. He might not even get the assist. But they're Jude Bellingham's goals. Absolutely brilliant. HBT with the super chat says, if England win the World Cup, Owen has to shave like Harry Maguire. Shave what? My head? I mean, I've basically already got the Harry Maguire haircut. Adrian says, until he meets Argentina. Oh. Wizard said, Owen Jude is doing it in the moment. He's showing mentality that Saka is nowhere near him. Look, it's not even about who's better than who or anything like that. Just what we can say, without throwing shade at other people and saying this person's better than that person, Jude Bellingham is sensational. And I said before even the first goal, I said, I'm sorry, I'm going to... you might have to indulge me, basically, because I'm going to gush about Jude Bellingham for 45 or 90 minutes. And that's why. Every single time I've seen him play in this tournament, I've been beyond impressed. And it's just a question of where does he go. And to be honest, look, again, I'm not even going to sit here. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say I thought England played really, really well in that first half, because for 38 minutes, we didn't. We didn't play that well for the first 30, 35 minutes. But England woke up. They had a couple of scares, and when they do wake up, and this is the frustrating thing about this England side, isn't it, is that when they do wake up and when they do play attacking football, we've got absolutely fantastic players and fantastic attacking players and attacking talent that can create chances and create goals. And when you've got someone in the midfield like Jude Bellingham that can spark moves and start moves, and then he can give the ball to someone like a Phil Foden who can give an assist to Harry Kane, who then on the end of it, it's Harry Kane. And he can finish chances. It's brilliant. And England lead at halftime, 2-0. Goals from Jordan Henderson and Harry Kane. Look to, and again, plenty still and can and probably will go wrong, but you can't turn your minds too quickly yet to the quarterfinal and that possible showdown with France. But if England played like that in the last sort of 10 minutes or so, if they play like that against a team like France, they'd have an opportunity. If they play like they did for the first half hour, France could rip you apart. So clearly they're not complete just yet, but glad for Harry Kane as well to get that first goal of the tournament. Still at points in this game, I thought, is he fully fit? Is he sharp? But that's a sharp finish. That's ruthless. That's clinical. That's through on goal. Put your foot through it. Goal 2-0. And that really does change the game a lot, because had the game been 1-0 at halftime, Senegal would say, they got a goal, but you know what? We made chances. We're still in the game. They look a bit shaky defensively. We'll get a couple of opportunities. 2-0, that's a different ball game completely. They've got to come out in this second half and really compete. My only thing would be with Gareth Southgate is, just because we're 2-0 up now, let's not go totally defensive here. Because I know that's what Gareth Southgate will be thinking. Because his priority always is, just don't lose. And now that they're 2-0 up, we just don't need to see England now start to sit off and encourage, them to attack us. Because I'm not sure defensively we've got the capabilities for that. Keep doing what we're doing and get another goal and completely kill this game off. But we'll wait and see what happens. Be sure to smash a like on the like button, folks, as well. We are 22 likes away from 150 likes. If you haven't already, smash that like button. See if we can get to 150 likes before the second half starts. See what you guys are saying here in the chat. AB says, all due respect, no thanks to Jude for Jude to Manchester United. Too many other priorities. Goals for George says, Kane is ruthless when he plays up front and has a one-on-one chance with a defender and keeper. He absolutely was ruthless in that. Raz says, if they're not focused from the beginning, France will smash them, referring to England being a bit slow starting in this game. I would certainly agree. Goals for George says, I like to see how England react if Senegal equalise. Well, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that at all. No, thank you. Tywin says that was a deadly 10 minutes. And to be honest, that's what it was. It was England, like I said, not playing particularly well for sort of 30 minutes or so, and Senegal having the better chances. But it's just England being ruthless. And when they do wake up, creating chances, this is the second goal here. And Jude Bellingham picks the ball up on the edge of his box. And he just runs and he goes past 2 or 3 Senegal players, gives the ball to Phil Foden, gives the ball to Harry Kane. Kane's still got a lot to do, but that's a finish. That's a proper finish, a proper striker's goal. But the credit really does have to go to Jude Bellingham. Travels the pitch. And look, the credit has to go to Phil Foden as well. It's a one-touch pass. Rattles it into the net and it's 2-0, and then suddenly it's a completely different game. I think the goalkeeper does absolutely terribly there, it must be said as well. Absolutely awful, Mendy, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. It's 2-0 England, and England suddenly switch on just like that. Just switch on like that. And fantastic stuff from England there. Just a couple of stats as well. Look at the stats at halftime too. So Senegal had 3 shots, 1 on target. England, in comparison, had 4 shots, 2 on target. Possession-wise, England, as you would probably expect, dominated the possession. They had 66% possession, whereas Senegal had the 34% possession. In terms of completed passes, England completed 308 passes in comparison to Senegal's 164. The pass accuracy, England had a pass accuracy of 85%, whereas Senegal had a pass accuracy of 76%, which is, again, you're looking at England dominating the ball, but I mean, again, in particular, in the first 30 minutes, England didn't do all that much with it. They'd have the ball at the back and then give it away. Just seeing these Senegal chances here. And you see the save from Jordan Pickford. It was a good save that he made with his left arm there. And the other one was really the real gilt-edged chances when he was 4 yards out and somehow manages to sky it over the bar. I really don't know how he managed that. But it just goes to show, goals change games, and they change the tide of games. And now England are in a really, really comfortable position. The key thing is to manage the second half now. And the key thing is, once again, is to not do anything too silly. The key thing is now to, I would say, not go too defensive, because that's the key thing to do. Don't go too defensive. Don't now park the bus, because it's too early to do that, especially with a side like Senegal, who, again, we've seen can create chances. We're just seeing the ITV pundits celebrate there. Gary Neville, Ian Wright, and then Roy Keane taking notes. But there you go. Be sure to smash a like on the like button, by the way, guys. We're 12 likes away from 150. We can get to 150 before the second half starts. 283 watching live. Be also sure to subscribe to bottom right-hand corner. Remember, you can join the UV Members Club. Links in the video description. It's also the pinned comment in the live chat. You get your badges, your emojis, your exclusive members-only content as well, such as UV Raw. Emojis such as the Flex emoji, who is out there. Of course, he is out there this evening. The KG emoji, both with and without hair. You get Marcel's porridge emoji. Marcel will be back tomorrow morning with myself for the Morning View live at 9 a.m. We'll be discussing a variety of Manchester United topics. Of course, warm weather training camp has started today out there in Spain. We'll be discussing that. We'll be discussing this England result. We'll be discussing other World Cup happenings. We'll be discussing Jadon Sancho, Cody Gakpo, you name it. So be sure to join us tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Live for the Morning View. Of course, I'll be live tomorrow as well for both of the World Cup last 16 knockout stage matches. So we've got a busy couple of days of content coming up. So now is the time, as I mentioned, to subscribe. Click that notification bell. You'll be notified every time we go live or upload a video, such as this morning when I uploaded a news video discussing the latest when it came to Marcus Rashford and a new possible Manchester United contract. There you go. There are some of the emojis you get. Well, you get all of them. You get all of those. Raz with the perfect example of all of the emojis you get. And more are coming soon. You get the KG bomb. Get Mike Phelan. Yes, the Phelan emoji. Mike Phelan himself. The Flex, the KG, the one's the sunglasses. Who was, I was singing about Kevin Trapp in the summer. That feels like a lifetime ago. Get the porridge, the KG with hair, and the yellow and red card as well. So there you go. Fantastic stuff from Raz there. So what are we thinking when it comes to the second half? What are we thinking? What will Gareth Southgate do, do you think? Do you think he'll go a bit more conservative? Do you think he'll park the bus? Do you think he'll I don't know. Do you think he'll keep things the same? When does he start to think about making changes? Does he park the bus and eventually bring on a Marcus Rashford to pick Senegal off even more on the counter-attack? And then do we really dominate and send a message akin to how France sent a message with their score in their game earlier on as well? That's going to be quite interesting too. I'm going to put a poll in the chat. And say, let's say, how much do we think Jude Bellingham was worth? They're saying it could be like 150 million euros. So let's say for instance 150 million euros. Should Manchester United pay 150 million for Jude Bellingham? I'm fascinated to see the answers to this. There you go. So the poll is up in the chat. Should Manchester United pay 150 million for Jude Bellingham? And to be honest, it's not even necessarily about the money when it comes to Jude Bellingham as well, because it's also about, would he even want to come to Manchester United? Because he can have a pick of all of the clubs. I would have a concern with spending that amount of money, to be honest, in the summer. On one player, because we need multiple positions still. We still need a striker. We still need more players in attacking areas. We do need a midfielder, no doubt about it. It's clear. We still need a centre-back. We still need a right-back. There's still the discussion about the goalkeeper. I don't know if Manchester United can afford to spend that amount. But what happens, though, folks, if by then, and it could be by then, because they're saying a deal could be done by the spring, what happens if by that point we've got new owners? If we've got new owners and we've got a ton of money, it's not out of the realm of possibility that United could do a transfer window spend of like 300 million quid. Like, it's really not. Because Manchester United, FFP is a joke anyway, but if, even with FFP, we wouldn't break any regulations because our revenue sources is so high. So you let me know in the live chat. At the moment, there's only about 20 odd votes, it's 58, are saying no. 42% are saying yes. I'll leave that poll up, though, throughout the remainder of the match, because I think that's quite interesting. King Jar says no. Will says no. Raz says only if we get Gakpo. If we only get him, then no. AB says no, no thanks, new owners or not. King in the Indies says 80. Well, I said 80 million, I suppose. But yeah, that's an interesting one. Look, if we had an opportunity to get Jude Bellingham, he's a proper player. But at the same time, Manchester United do have priorities. Looks like Senegal are going to make some subs here, making a triple sub. Well, they've got to go for it, haven't they? So they're going to be throwing players forward, I think. Jude Bellingham, though, has been absolutely sensational. He has. Future England captain, I would say, Jude Bellingham. I really do. But yeah, 3 players looking to come on for Senegal. And now again, it's about England managing the game properly. I think England probably in this half will sit back and just play on the counter-attack and try and score goals like they did in that second goal there. E says, if you would spend 100 million on Frankie, 150 for Jude is okay. Ed says, all I know that if Maguire and Stones are struggling with Senegal's forwards, they're going to get bent over by Dembele and Mbappe. Wow. It's quite graphic. But Jude Bellingham stands over the ball. Looks like he's going to be doing the kickoff for England. And we're off. Second half is underway. Long ball up to, I believe that was Harry Kane. Here's Declan Rice. Sure. Foden. Now, do your job. Stay composed, keep calm. Make sure you keep composed on the ball. Don't give anything away. Don't allow Senegal to get back into the game. Now we're looking for maturity. Now we're looking for professionalism from England. Calmness, composure. Is Maguire with the header. Shaw with the tackle. It's a fair one. Wins the ball back. Shaw clears it up the line. Header by Koulibaly. Senegal player wants a foul. Not given. Throw into England. We made it to 150 likes, by the way, guys. So I really appreciate that. 50 to go until 200. We can do that before full time. I agree. I think if England managed this game properly, they could win it by 4-0. I do think so. If they manage it properly. Now you would say, play on the counter-attack, play calm, play composed, bring on a Rashford and a Grealish, and you can just pick them off on the counter-attack. Here's Rice. Henderson. Saka. Rice once again. Maguire. Bellingham once again. Koulibaly trying to give him a bit of a shove. Rattled. Maguire goes long for Saka. It might have been a handball, actually, from Jacobs. Henderson is in again. Tries to cut it back. There was no one in there. Cleared once again, but there's another chance. Get in behind. Gasha says KG's dad supporting England only because he's getting a pension. Tremendous. Here's Bellingham. Just dispossessed there. And referee's given a foul. For what? Harry Kane looking to press a little bit from the front for Harry Kane as well. Here's Stones. Look at that. Jude Bellingham's forced the most turnovers of the game. His press in midfield has actually been fantastic. And again, that's what was noticeable actually in the first half, even when we were playing badly, was Bellingham's energy in midfield. Declan Rice gives the ball out to Luke Shaw on the left-hand side. Little nutmeg there. Little fake from Bellingham. Does Harry Kane's looking for Bellingham. Go get a goal, mate. Oh, Koulibaly. Bellingham went down for a foul. Koulibaly's travelling with the ball, though. Mendy for Senegal. Senegal. That's a good ball in behind for Senegal. Cuts it back. Shoots it into the ground. There you go. It's a goal kick to England. Scuffs it. Senegal. I mean, Luke Shaw had no idea. Phil Foden had no idea where his man was there at all. And it allowed the ball to come to the edge of the box. And he just completely scuffs it. He shins it into the floor. England get away with it a bit. It's Maguire. Ball over the top to Luke Shaw. Takes a touch. England once again playing it slow, looking for spaces. But the thing is, this is fine to play like this when it's 2-0. When it's 0-0 in the first half, you want a little bit more. When it's like this, you're going, okay, fine, no problem. Here's Declan Rice. Space for Kyle Walker on the right-hand side. Spotted. You can go past him. Look at the pace. Look at the pace. It's an England throw-in, though. Adrian says, Owen, what do you think of Maguire's performance so far? Well, first half, I thought he was really poor at points. He gave the ball away and he was quite sloppy. Hopefully, he'll be better in this half. Here's Harry Kane. Oh, nearly found Bukayo Saka. Here's Pickford. Gives it back out to John Stones. And again, I'm more than happy to have this for the remainder of the match. Keep possession. Keep your concentration. Wait for spaces to open up. And just pick the opponent off. Senegal are the team that have to come out. They have to engage. England now should be smart and just control the game. Not sit back. Don't be too cautious, but just control the game. It's a skill that big teams are able to do. Luke Shaw with a throw-in, though. Oof. Jude Bellingham with a bit of a scream there. Like he got a bit of a kick. Seeing the bench there. Wilson, Rashford, Grealish. Here's Luke Shaw with the throw-in. 1-2 with Foden. Kane. Brilliant reverse pass to Shaw. Here's Bellingham once again. He's inside the box. Looks for Foden. Here's Kane once again. Kane gives it out to Rice. Shepherds it across to Kyle Walker on the right-hand side. Now to Bukayo Saka. Squares up against the fullback. And just gives it to Walker. And now out to Maguire. Guido, I love your commentary. Shout out to the Brits in the USA. Appreciate that, my friends. I hope you're enjoying the stream. If you are, click that like button. We're 33 likes away. No, 43 likes away. There you go. 43 likes away from 200. See if we can get to 200 likes before full time. I'd appreciate that. Jordan Pickford with the ping up the pitch. Kane rises to the header, which lands on Foden's thigh. Not got many white shirts surrounding him. Looking for that through ball to Kane. Through the eye of a needle. Can't find it. I mean, and Foden kind of puts his hands up and shrugs as if to say, like, but who am I supposed to find? I had a look up and there was nobody there. Shut up, Lee Dixon. He's saying I'm starting to think about the France game. Is that wrong? Yes, it is wrong. We're not even 10 minutes into the second half, man. We scored 2 goals in the space of 10 minutes. So can they. Focus on this game. There's time to think about that afterwards. We're still on ITV. The ITV curse is very real. So let's not get too carried away. Well done, Declan Rice. Wins the ball back. This is an opportunity. Give it back to Rice. Give it to Rice. Saka. Oh, Rice was the option. He had to reverse it and give it to Declan Rice. Harry Kane and Saka didn't see him. Rice wins it. And you're saying to Kane, reverse it. Reverse the ball. He's free. It's Harry Kane was the one that should have given it to him. By the time he gets to Saka, it's gone. Stuff like that. That could have been the one. It's Koulibaly. The one thing I would say is that I think that England have done well to, let's see this play out before I say it and jinx it. England have done well to nullify the Senegal attack in this half so far. England look the side more like creating something or scoring, which is good. England well in control of this one. Still lead from those first half goals from Jordan Henderson and Harry Kane. Henderson in the 38th minute. Harry Kane in the 48th minute, or 45 plus 3 minutes of stoppage time. Referee just having a word to the England players, saying to hurry up. Jordan Pickford with the goal kick. As we're 10 minutes into the second half, still 0-0. Well done by John Stones. Wins that 50-50. Here comes Shaw. Good pass to Kane. Good switch out to Bukayo Saka. Saka overlaps there. Ball in from Henderson. Cleared by Koulibaly. One thing I would say is I think with Harry Kane, when he drops deep, he is something else. He drops deep And he does something that a lot of centre forwards don't do. Like in this position here, he'll turn and he can find a pass. His passing range is actually quality. Here's Harry Kane, takes a shot. Oh, Mendy. Oh, Mendy. Harry Kane has a shot and it just squirms out. It goes through the leg of a Senegal player. And it must be said, the technique of Mendy there, from a goalkeeping point of view, is shocking. His dive is all wrong. And it kind of squirms out, and luckily he gets it. Just the ball stops dead when it squirms out of him, so it doesn't go in the back of the net. But Harry Kane, when he drops into that sort of deeper pocket, he's so dangerous because his range of passing is absolutely brilliant. But at the same time, he can just rifle off a shot and get it in the top corner. Good tackle by Shaw. Foden. Shaw once again. Here's Harry Kane. Is he going to travel with it? Foden will, though. Here goes Foden. Skips past the tackle. Can he find the player? Bukayo Saka! It's free! It's free! It's absolutely brilliant. And England... Oh, England. The tournament's top scorers score again. Foden to Saka. 3-0. It's another goal for Bukayo Saka. That's why he started. It's too easy. Now this is a message to the world. The world, are you listening? France, are you listening right now? We see your 3-0 and we raise you. Go get a fourth. Come on. Brilliant. What a goal this is. Look at this. It's Harry Kane, just rides the tackle. Here comes Phil Foden, skips past the tackle here. Look at this pass. Bukayo Saka, he's onside, and just a little dink. Instead, he knows the Mendy's coming towards him. He knows the goalkeeper's coming towards him. Instead of going, oh, I'm just going to get something on it, he just dinks it over it. Oh my. Brilliant goal. England are rampant. Let's go for 4. I'm like Davina McCall with a Big Brother contestant. Do you fancy another one? Fantastic. Woo-hoo-hoo. Get another one. I'm greedy. Give me more. Bukayo Saka. England 3. Senegal 0. Do you believe? I know it's only Senegal, but this is what you want when you're going into a game against France. Brilliant. What ITV curse? ITV curse, you said? I don't know what you're talking about. Don't believe in the jinx. His A-level grades are fantastic. A-star in academia, A-star inside the stadia. And Walker with a cross. It's knocked the wind out of the Senegal player. And it must be said, Harry Kane as well. Harry Kane's movement when he drops deep, they can't handle it. They just can't handle it. Not only has Kane got a goal, but his centre-forward play has been fantastic. Ball into the box. And now is when you'd start saying about probably making changes. Foul by Jude Bellingham on Sabali. Tad says, this is why you play Kane. King of the Indy says, Owen is shameless. Absolutely. We're nearly 60 minutes in. And it's England 3, Senegal 0. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Do you believe? I'm not saying it. I'm not singing the song. If we beat France, I might start singing. But what a strange feeling this is. To be in a World Cup sort of knockout stage and be 3-0 up after 60 minutes. going into a game against France, which will be obviously very challenging, world champions and all that, but still, both teams won their games, well, are winning. England, hopefully we get more. France scored 3, we've scored 3. It was 3-1 actually, they conceded. Keep going, Phil Foden. Mendy is all over the place for them. You can see why Kepa plays in goal. Interesting with the vote. 119 votes. 57 say United should not pay 150 million euros for Jude Bellingham. If you want to know what Marcel thinks, I'll ask him tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. The Morning View will be back. We just see the third goal. Phil Foden just brilliant. Skips the tackle, puts it in. That's a great finish by Bukayo Saka. It really is. And in fairness, look, I said I thought before the game it was very harsh of Southgate to drop Rashford for what he's done. But as Southgate always says, look, you live and die by your decisions. Got it spot on. Happy to admit it. Absolutely happy to admit it. What's going on here? Looks like Grealish is going to come on. Be sure to smash a like on the like button, guys, as well. We're 34 likes away from 200. We can get to 200. We can get to 200 before full time. Here's Senegal on the attack. I want more goals. I want to send a statement out now. Now's the time which you want to send a message. Foden making a run off the ball. Oof. I want to send a message to the rest of the tournament going, do you believe? Forget do we believe, do you believe? Intimidation. Don't stop now. Here's Maguire. Little flick by Foden. To Bellingham, gives it to Luke Shaw. Henderson wants the ball. Henderson's giving him the right rollicking. He's saying, give me the ball. Here's Stones. Oh, some bad touch by Saka there. Oh, he sold him right out. It's going to be a free kick, actually. And Grealish is going to come on. For whom, I'm not sure. Henderson took a bit of a knock. Unless Henderson was going to come off anyway. Oof. He just sort of jams his knee. Hopefully he's okay. Looks like he's alright. It's going to be Grealish and Rashi. Go on, Rashi! Get your customary World Cup goal. You're going for a golden boot, man. And it's the goal scorer. Bukayo Saka comes off. Oh, we're changing up the wings. Foden and Saka off. Rashford and Grealish on. Now I have no issue with Foden and Saka starting against France in the quarterfinal. Grealish and Rashford are on. Go on, Rashi. Now imagine if you're Senegal now. You were thinking, right, those guys went off good. Oh, Foden, he's been a nightmare for us today. Or Saka, he scored that goal. Yeah, I know he's been a nightmare. Who are they bringing on? Rashford and Grealish. Yeah, let's go Rashi. Bukayo Saka getting a standing ovation from the crowd behind the goal. Same with Phil Foden. Free kick though. Here's Walker. Chips it out to Maguire, who's at the back post. And they're giving a foul. For Maguire? He's saying too much pushing. "65 minutes gone though. England 3, Senegal 0. Koulibaly clears it up the pitch. John Stones will deal with it. Sends it back to Jordan Pickford. what a touch. What a touch, Luke Shaw. Sensational. Luke Shaw's an underrated footballer, you know. He gets a lot of stick, obviously, and times you want to see more from him. You want to see him make more runs, but technically, he's a good footballer. He is. You want to see more. I think his physical transformation this year has been excellent to see. His technical quality is there to be seen. Like I said, sometimes you just want to see a bit more running from him. You want to see just a little bit more pushing the ball forward. That's a foul, referee. Good. Declan Rice was fouled there. From Papa Mendy on Declan Rice. Clear foul. Ironically enough, the Senegal player might get the worst of it. So Kyle Walker, though, stands over the free kick. Here's Henderson. To Declan Rice. Maguire. That's a foul. Foul. Oh, look, England continuing their form. England scored the most goals, got the most points in the group stage. And they're continuing that form. Scoring goals. It's a short pass. Get there, Pickford. Oh. Jack Grealish looking to put pressure on the ball here. Senegal moving the ball forward, but goes all the way to Jordan Pickford. Well, it feels a bit nice, doesn't it? To be sort of 67 minutes in and feel a bit comfortable. This is why I wasn't nervous before the game. See? What's there to be nervous about? Apart from that first 30 minutes, which was rubbish. Be interesting to see now what Southgate does for the remainder of this one. When it comes to the second half as well, I mean, England are really starting to dominate in terms of statistics as well. 7 shots, 4 on target, 67% possession, 462 passes completed in comparison to Senegal's only 233 passes. They've really been thoroughly professional in this second half and really composed England. I think they deserve a lot of credit for that. Again, had a really slow start to the game, but woke up well. And what I want, like I said, I still want to get another goal because I want to send a message. But I also, this is a good result for the confidence of the players too. Because look, the next game is going to be a proper one. Next one is going to be France World Champions, which we're not going to be the favourites going into it. But these players need to go into that game without any fear. And I know it's only Senegal, but beating a team 3-4-0 in the last 16 of the World Cup, that gives you confidence. And we want to go into that game again with confidence, knowing that, I tell you what, we can give this lot a game. Here's Pickford. To Maguire. Oh, it's a bit short. Jeez Louise. We're 25 likes away from 200, by the way, guys. We're well onto that target of 200 by the time the game finishes. You can do it. It's Stones. They'll flick on by Henderson. Rashford. Is that a foul? No. Referee doesn't give it. The bookie said that betting on a European team to win the World Cup was always the best option before the World Cup started. Well, might be, I suppose. I'm not going that far talking about England or anything like that. I mean, it's crazy to even get into that conversation at this point. You have to take it game by game, but England playing well. The goals they've scored so far this evening have been excellent goals. And again, take out that opening 20-25 minutes. England have played very well. But of course, a different game if Senegal took their chances early on. It is Grealish. Declan Rice. That's a foul, referee. Substitution for Senegal. Famana Jujui is coming on. Who's going to come off? Dia for Senegal. The striker is coming off. But as you would expect, the sting certainly come a lot out of the Senegal defence. Well, Senegal team rather, after those England goals. Particularly that third goal. And that's what I want. I don't want an exciting game. I want England to be clinical. Score goals and move on to the quarter-final. That's what I want. What's the poll saying as well? Poll's interesting. Should Manchester United pay 150 million euro for Jude Bellingham? It's close. It's very close now. But look, even obviously I know it's not Sadio Mane, he's not available, and they've got a couple of midfielders missing. But this is still the AFCON champions we're 3-0 up against. That should be looked at as well. This was going into this game, there was a bit of concern going for. They're a good team. And England are playing excellently. Decisively. Doing what needs to be done. But it's a Senegal free kick. 70, nearly 3 minutes gone. Probably about 30 yards out, I'd say. Jordan Pickford trying to get his wall together there. Grealish, Kane, all involved in it. Maybe a bit longer, a bit further than about 35 yards out. There's a line across the England box. Goes for a shot. And side net, and the keeper always had it covered. Papsa. Keeper already had it completely read. Jordan Pickford was very, very comfortable. Missed the mess. Didn't the Dutch have a very similar game against Senegal? Not really, to be honest. The Netherlands struggled against Senegal. It was only their goals really, really late on that changed the game. It was 2 goals in the 85th minute or something like that. 85th and then last minute. They didn't get their goals early like this. If anything, that scoreline flattered the Netherlands quite a lot, 2-0. This has been a more impressive performance, I think, than the Netherlands against Senegal. Mason Mount looks to be coming on next. In addition, Calvin Phillips. Looks like he might be coming on too. Now, it will be interesting thinking ahead to France what he might be doing. Thinking about, will he play someone like a Calvin Phillips? Will he go with that extra energy in the midfield, extra defensive midfielder in the midfield? Here's Grealish. It's a good tackle by Senegal, but England still have the ball. England just nipping it around nicely here. And headed all the way back to Jordan Pickford. Pickford goes for a throw, out to Shorts. Great throw and another great touch. Luke Shaw's first touch is proper. Here's Kane. That's nasty. That's nasty. Give him a booking. Koulibaly. Hey, give him a kick out for no reason. 3-0 down. Look at that. Nasty. Game's over. It's 3-0. He's going to kick players. How dare you? Don't dare do that to Harry Kane. He's fragile. We don't need any more scans. To be honest, Gareth, actually take Harry Kane off. Get him off. Take Kane off. You know he's been injured. Recover. Bring on Callum Wilson. Jude Bellingham comes off. And so does John Stones. Mason Mount comes on, and so does Eric Dyer. John Stones comes off, Eric Dyer comes on. Bit of an interesting one. Jude Bellingham, absolutely brilliant. Flick on by Grealish. I want to foul from that referee as well. You're holding Mason Mount back. 22 likes away from 200, by the way, guys. Over 200 people watching. We can get to 200. About 14 minutes. Well, less than 14 minutes left. Still 3-0 to England. Those goals from Jordan Henderson, Harry Kane, Bukayo Saka. Looks to be Luke Shaw standing over this free kick. Players in the box include Maguire, Rashford, Rice, Dyer, Shaw. Ball into the box. It's a deep one. Harry Maguire does flick it on. Nearly foul for Rashi. But England in total control of this one. Easy control for England. Rashford just sees the ball out for a throw-in to Senegal. Throw, and it's going to be a free kick to Senegal. Oh, impossible to get your graphics vendor contact information. It's just Josh. Josh is the visual ninja graphics guru. Josh is the genius. There is no one like him. No one possible. He's a unique. He's one of one. Header by Walker. And this game sort of coasting towards full time, which again, I don't have a problem with. Throw in Senegal though. Here's Mount. Grealish. Shifts it out to Walker. Henderson, ball over the top. Here's Rashford. Oh! He was about that far away. What's known as a Gascoigne. A Gascoigne toenail away from nipping that one into the net. Rashford nearly gets Harry Kane his second of the game. Here's Maguire. Walker. Rice. As we approach the final 10 minutes of this one here. England 3, Senegal 0. Looks like Calvin Phillips is going to come on for England. For who? Maybe Henderson, you would think. That's a short pass. Goes straight to Marcus Rashford. Go on, Rashi. Is Declan Rice. Shaw. Grealish. Shaw once again. Oh, nasty. You can see why Grealish is the most fouled player in the England side, can't you? DN. Oh. Just right on the top of his foot. They're seeing the chance here from Rashford against Kane. To Kane. Oh, it literally is. It's very Gaza reminiscent, actually. So close. Really, really close to getting there. He's really unlucky, Harry Kane. Off comes Jordan Henderson. Opened the scoring for England today. He was brilliant. Played really well. Replaced by Calvin Phillips. Calvin Phillips comes on. Henderson off as we enter the final, 8.5 minutes of this one. Still 3-0 to England. Comfortable first half goals from Jordan Henderson and Harry Kane, followed up by Bukayo Saka in the 57th minute. And absolutely tremendous stuff. Pickford with the ball up the pitch. It's a great pass to Jack Grealish. Koulibaly just does enough there. It was a great pass, though, by Jordan Pickford. There's Mendy. It puts out for a throw. It's not a foul. Ah, you didn't need to. Kyle Walker, you didn't need to. Eight minutes remain. And I get it. It's very strange as an England fan to be sitting in this kind of position, of a last 16 game, and comfortable, very, very comfortable. 3 goals up. Now thing would be keep a clean sheet. Maybe try and get another one if you can. The substitutes that come on, it's about trying to make your impact on the game now. But excellent stuff from England. You've got to praise England and Gareth Southgate. You really do. Here comes Senegal once again. Calvin Phillips sort of hassles him on the ball. I mean, to be fair, the substitutions that England have made, look at the players that have been brought on. Mount, Phillips, Rashford, Grealish. They're all quality players. Switch the ball. Luke Shaw looks to hassle his opponent. Senegal trying to play a little bit of football here. They're still going to be going for a consolation prize, seemingly. Ball into the box. And ball headed over the bar. Ball into the box. To be honest, I'm not sure what Eric Dyer is doing there. Luckily, the Senegal player heads it over the bar. I'm not sure what he was doing, Eric Dyer. Jacobs is off for Senegal. On comes Balou-Touré. But about nearly 5.5 minutes remain of regulation time. I can't imagine there'll be a huge amount of stoppage time in this one, to be honest, because the second half's been very much plain sailing for England. The ITV curse, no more. Unless something really goes wrong, and that would be worrying. There's Rashford. Keep pressing. Oh. Maguire tried to step out of defence, didn't really work out, but it's fine. Goes all the way back to Pickford. Long ball, Grealish tries to win it, doesn't though. Of course, the quarterfinal between England and France, if indeed that does happen, anything's possible, would take place in 6 days' time, Saturday. Let's have a look, actually. Because that day, we might have 2 match views. We might have Manchester United versus Real Betis, and we might also have England versus France. My goodness. My goodness, my goodness, my goodness. So that's on Saturday the 10th at 7 p.m. to the kickoff of the United games, 5 p.m. So literally once that finishes, it would be England versus France, something like that. What a day that's shaping up to be. Zabaleen, ball in, cleared away. Zabaleen with the throw. Takes a shot, goes wide. It's going to be a Senegalese corner. Got just a slight deflection there. And Senegal have their first corner of the game in the 86th minute here. Ball into the box. Pickford claims it very well. Here's Rice. Throwing the ball by Pickford. Gives it to Grealish. Gives it back to Eric Dyer. We're 19 likes away from 200, by the way, guys. We can get to 200 still before the full-time whistle, I believe. If everyone liked, we would be on 223. So I believe we can get to 200. Appreciate all the support. I appreciate all you for joining me. As always, big up the UV community. Reminder, we'll be back live at 9 a.m. tomorrow for the morning view, plus the 2 World Cup games, the last 16 games tomorrow. We'll be covering all of them, as always. Of course, tomorrow you've got games such as Japan versus Croatia and Brazil versus South Korea. Then Tuesday, you've got Morocco versus Spain and Portugal versus Switzerland. There's going to be some big games in the quarterfinals, isn't there? Some real proper tasty quarterfinal fixtures. Already you've got the Netherlands versus Argentina. You've got possibly, maybe, England versus France. Some real nice games. I switched there. Steffi Jake says, big up everyone. Hit the like button, please. Thank you. Absolutely. 14 likes away from 200. Here is Senegal on the attack once again. Don't concede. Don't concede. He's going to take a shot. It's miles over the bar. It's good. It's good. Conversion. As we nearly enter the final minute of the game. Want to keep that clean sheet. I don't know how much injury time is going to be added on. We'll see what the... well, I'll tell you what as well. Should Manchester United pay 150 million euros for Jude Bellingham? Yes is 49%. No is 51%. That is pretty damn tight. That one. Just a 1% in it. Wow. You can get your votes. And I was going to close the poll there, but we shall see. Still waiting for confirmation on how much stoppage time we'll have added on. I can't think that much, to be honest with you. It's 4 minutes. Four minutes of added time for England. Here's Grealish. Shaw on the overlap. Luke Shaw tries to put it to the back post. Oh, I thought it scored somehow. Shaw put it to the back post. Rashford stretching and stretching and stretching. Oh, he's unlucky. Rashford does everything he can to try and get that goal. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out for him. for England. 8 shots on target, 8 shots, 4 on target rather. Clinical. 4 on target, 3 goals. That's clinical, and that's what's got them the victory seemingly this evening. But we're into the second minute of the 4 added on. Ball over the top. Oof. Free kick to Senegal. I thought he was going to book him for a second there. I was like, never. Declan Rice looks a bit... I think Declan Rice hurt his foot with it, to be honest. They clash feet. That hurts. Ow. Declan Rice just kicked the bottom of the studs there. That will leave a bruise. That's a bit of a nasty one. But Jordan Pickford's trying to align his wall, shouting at Marcus Rashford. 2 minutes remain. Senegal stand over this free kick. They're still going to try and get their World Cup goal. Jack Grealish playing the draft excluder. I'd say there's a massive gap with Marcus Rashford in that wall. What is going on? And it goes straight into the wall. Straight into Harry Kane. Easy pedestrian stuff for England. And it's a Senegal corner. Still only 1% in it when it comes to the vote. Only 8 likes away, by the way, guys, until 200. So if you haven't already, click that like button. We can get to 200 before the full-time whistle. You could be the 200th like. Senegal with the corner. Cleared by Harry Kane. Rashford, nearly. Just nearly nicked it. Just about 30 seconds remain of this one, plus any added time the ref wants to put on. Oh, it's another corner. Another corner to Senegal. This ball over the top. Walker tried to head it back to Pickford, and he hasn't. He's put it out for a corner instead. Ball in. Headed away by Harry Maguire this time. It would appear that this will be the final attack of the game. Ball. That should be all she wrote. And that's it. England are through to the quarterfinal of the FIFA 2022 World Cup in Qatar. A 3-0 victory over Senegal. An easy victory. Gareth Southgate's men are going to face the world champions next. First Senegal, now France. The game is confirmed. Next Saturday, 7 p.m. kickoff over here in the UK. It will be England versus France. Let's go. But a great performance by Gareth Southgate and his men this evening. Goals from the likes of Jordan Henderson, Harry Kane and Bukayo Saka seal it for England in a thoroughly professional performance. Again, first 20, 25, 30 minutes wasn't great. Wasn't great for England. Wasn't the best performance we've seen, but England just sparked into life, and those 2 goals before half-time, the goal from Saka, about 12 minutes afterwards, just it made it easy for England, and then second half they just dominated the ball, and that's as far as things going correctly, that's as good as they probably could have gone for England tonight in terms of what could have been a real slip-up game for England. They've absolutely done fantastically, and again, I think Southgate and his team deserve a ton of credit. The big decisions that he made before the match starting, Bukayo Saka paid off because he got his goal. Harry Kane opens up his account for this World Cup tournament as well. Been a lot of criticism about him not scoring goals, but he scored goals. He's got assists this evening. He's done absolutely fantastically as well. Just briefly, we'll go through some some player ratings as well before we wrap things up. Still got a few minutes. We've got 4 likes away from 200, by the way. So if you haven't already, click that like button. Jordan Pickford in goal. I'd probably give him a 6. I didn't really have any. And actually, no, he did make that big save in the first half, must be said. So I'd give him a 6 for that. I thought his distribution was good. And again, I thought that save was decent. Kyle Walker would also probably give him a 6. John Stones would probably give him a 6 as well. Harry Maguire, I thought Maguire was really shaky in the first half, it must be said. Really, really shaky and quite poor on the ball. But second half, he recovered, so I'd probably give him a 6. Luke Shaw as well, thought he did okay. Give him a 6. Jordan Henderson, I'd give him a 7. Gets his goal well. I thought he showed energy, tenacity, and I think he shows leadership. I know people will criticise Gareth Southgate for playing him. I have at times. But he got that absolutely spot on today, Gareth Southgate. So I'd probably give Henderson probably a 7 for that one. Declan Rice, I would probably give him a 6. Didn't have a ton to do, but kept the game ticking over nicely. Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham, man, he is something else. He is a generational talent. I said it before, the guy is a generational talent. And Jude Bellingham can be anything he wants to be. He is a £100 million plus player. He is absolutely sensational. So Jude Bellingham, I'd give him a 9. Honestly, I really would. I thought he was that good. First 2 goals are about him, and I just thought he was brilliant. And again, I think I'm quite biased on that one because I think he's just absolutely, I think he's such a talent, such a sensation. Bukayo Saka, I'd give an 8. I thought at points today he didn't look sharp, but he took his goal very, very well. Harry Kane, I'd also give... I'd give Harry Kane probably an 8 as well today. I think obviously he gets his goal and takes it really well, but what he does so well and what people sometimes don't consider is his ability to drop deep. It's not like other centre forwards when he drops deep because his distribution, his passing range is so good. It really is so good. His ability to get his head up and find the right pass or take shots from far out is incredible. So I think Harry Kane deserves an 8. And Phil Foden, I'd also probably say he deserves an 8 as well. But my man of the match would be Jude Bellingham. He's another level. He really is another level. And as I know Josh says I'm a disgrace. I'm a cheat. Because I gave Harry Kane an 8 because he doesn't like Tottenham players. Well, Josh, get over it. Yeah, that's what I would say. Get over it. Poland have gone out today. And I know you're upset about that. But who cares? Because England are through. And now we're facing France now next Saturday, 7 p.m. kickoff. World champions are next. It's going to be a difficult one. That is going to be the one. And I tell you now, if England beat France in the quarterfinals of the World Cup to advance to the semi-finals, I'm not going to say I believe, but I'm not going to say anything, as Josh says. I'll let Josh's words do the talking for me. Disgrace, cheat. 1 like away from 200 as well. So smash a like on the like button on the way out. Remember, we'll be live tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. as always for the morning view. Myself and Marcel. If you need any morning positivity, some morning porridge, Marcel will be there tomorrow morning with myself to be live at 9 a.m. Plus, we'll be doing the other 2 World Cup last 16 knockout games here with me on the channel too. So we've got a big day coming up tomorrow as well. So be sure to join us there. Be sure to subscribe bottom right hand corner. Click the notification bell. You'll be notified every time we go live or a new video is uploaded. I'm out of here. Have a good Sunday evening, and I'll speak for you again very soon. Peace.